We are growing up as a generation of fast fashion, which is all about trends, overconsumption, and hyper-disposability of clothing. We are buying way too much and throwing away in a second without having any values for our clothes. For example, here it goes. I bought a shirt for my sister's birthday, took a picture with it, posted on social media, everybody has seen it, and guess what? I don't want to wear it anymore. I want to buy a new one. This is how we are used to behave with our clothes. Fashion waste levels has reached 92 million tons in 2023. That means 90% of the clothes produced are now waste. This is not all about the waste, but also about all the natural resources used to produce those wasted clothes.
For instance, denim is one of the fabrics with the highest environmental impact. To make just one pair of jeans, you'd need 7,500 liters of water. That is the amount an individual might drink in about 10 years. Imagine, just for one pair of jeans. Through our observations, we identified that 20% of fashion waste consists of pre-consumer fabric waste. That is the excess fabric generated during the clothing production.
This is where our project Retail is born. Retail's mission is to minimize fashion waste and promote a sustainable behavior in our approach to clothing. Our solution is to use the pre-consumer fabric waste, specifically denim, as raw material, then upcycling and repurposing them in order to make new clothes.
So, the first step of our project would be the collection of these leftover materials from manufacturers who produce denim clothing. In this regard, we already made a partnership with MJ Italian Fashion, a denim clothing producer based in Naples, Italy. They agreed to supply us with the denim required for the project. Secondly, we are making partnerships with fashion school students and young designers. They're gonna help us repurpose these materials.
Our sustainable solution stands out as these new garments are totally upcycled, using already existing materials. But this is not all we do. As we mentioned, we are surrounded by fast fashion culture, and we want to change this. We believe people are not emotionally attached to their clothes. This is why they throw them away easily after wearing only few times. So, we thought, why not to include people in our project so that we can make sustainable values together? If we engage people in the process of designing and crafting of the clothes, we believe they will value the final product more. So, we have integrated our upcycling solution with a do-it-yourself or DIY and a personalization approach.
Let's now see what that means. On our website, customers will find various DIY options for denim garments, including patches, embroideries, beadwork, and fabric paints. For instance, one of our products is called Photo Stitch. Let's say you want to stitch a memory on your jacket. You start by selecting the jacket and then you upload your favorite picture on a dedicated section on our e-commerce website. We'll make a line art out of it and we'll give you all the tools, instructions, tutorials. So now you are able to stitch your own memory on your own jacket by yourself.
For an extra touch of personalization, you can also upload a personal content. We will generate and print a unique QR code linked to that content. Now, again, you're able to place the code on your jacket and carrying a specific memory wherever you go. We believe it is magical when we learn new skills. It is about the joy of crafting things, about the confidence and the value that we want to tailor to our clothes.
Now, let's move on to the economic analysis of our project. Our competitor analysis showed that our DIY approach is really innovative and is our key to success. During the first year, we aim to earn 4,000 euros by selling 400 products through our e-commerce website. And we aim a growth of 20% year on year, at least 20%. The major cost would be administration, taxes, and labor, and we estimated a net margin of 42%. For our project to start, we need an initial investment of about 6,000 euros.
By implementing this project in the first year, we aim to save 400 kilograms of pre-consumer fabric, that is 3 million liters of water. Additionally, we will make job opportunities for young designers and fashion school students of our community. And finally, through participation, our customers will gain new skills, become more conscious of sustainable practices, and most importantly, they will value the clothes they have made. We believe valuing things is a sustainable solution for our society. This is Rita, this is Enactus UniMI. Thank you.
We will begin the Q&A session. You have 5 minutes.
Hi, congratulations for your presentation. Very clear. So the first question, which is the capital expenditure? So,
yeah, the first initial capital expenditure would be setting up the website. And since we don't have the raw material expense, it would be about the transportation, the initial transportation. The only capital expenditure is to have the website. Other things are temporary because we have, those are working capital. We have the toolkit to be supplied with the orders, and other materials are like working capital, but the initial capital expenditure is only for the website, nothing else.
okay.
Yeah.
Hi guys, congratulations for the presentation. My question is, what about your marketing strategy to be effective to the potential customers?
Thank you for your question. So majorly we have emphasized on the e-commerce. So specifically two specific platforms. First of all, TikTok, and secondly, Instagram. Of course, we have taken into consideration other platforms. And we have the second part of the marketing, which is physical marketing, such as taking part and participating in in-person investors that or we can take part with the other partners that have the possibility of young designers, fashion schools, specifically in Milan.
Yes, and I wanted to add a little bit about the financial part of marketing. We have a budget of 900 euros for the first year. Why 900 is that 50 euros a month, and on the seasonal months we would be spending 100 euros a month. And we estimated that with €1 of spending, we could have around 1,000 views on social media platforms, which would be 900,000 views, converting to 400 product of sales.
Hi, thank you for the presentation. Can you better explain your production cost? Because in the first year, cost, I see administration, storage and shipping, and tailor commissions. What do you mean by tailor commissions? Who is producing the clothes?
Okay, so our tailors are going to be the fashion students and young designers, and our business is going to be based on pre-ordering. So we pre-order our orders, and then we try to include these designers in our project and put the commission, paying them by commission on the order they produce.
Yes, so if I tell the product economics, like our average selling price is going to be 100. The primary cost would be the transportation of materials, the toolkit cost, the storage cost, which all is like 11% of the selling price. And then out of this, we get a gross margin of 89%. We decided to have to pay 20% of this to the young tailors, which is 18% of the selling price. Yes, and then the other costs are the branding cost, which is the packaging, labeling cost, and then the delivery cost on each order, the marketing cost, and then finally the taxes. So with this, we result with 42% net margin. Yeah.
My question is, how can you certify the raw material as recycled? So, because it's very important that you can assess that quality and the certification from the beginning.
Yes. Based on our observation, we identified that based on the size of the manufacturers, up to 40% of the fabric they use for the clothing production is remained as not using. So, and up to 80% of those fabrics are usable. That's why we are guaranteed that we can actually use the pre-consumer fabric waste. And also, according to the competitor analysis we did, we see that there are projects that are doing the same. And based on our standards, we try to select the most sustainable fabrics that we can use from the manufacturers.
I'm sorry, time has expired. Judges, please join me in thanking Università degli Studi di Milano.